All right, Jeff, can you verify it's in presentation
Yeah, I can
again successfully? Thank you. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll get started because we should be recording. Hello, and welcome to the December 1st, 2020 neighborhood meeting for Prescott Lane, a 4-lot short plat on 1.08 acre property in the north side of Northeast 122nd Street. The project number is LAND 2020-00835. My name is Elise Keim. I'm a planner with the City of Redmond and am part of a team of city staff reviewing this proposal for compliance with city codes. I'll be facilitating tonight's meeting and fielding questions from meeting participants at the end of the presentation. During the closure of City Hall due to the COVID-19 pandemic, neighborhood meetings are being held virtually to ensure the health and safety of city staff and residents. This Zoom meeting is being recorded and will be posted on the project page at redmond.gov. Public comments related to this neighborhood meeting will be accepted until December 14th, 2020. If you wish to provide comments about this project but were unable to attend the virtual meeting, please reach out to me, Elise Keim, by telephone at 425-556-2480 or via email at ekeim@redmond.gov. While the presentation is occurring, we ask that participants remain on mute to avoid audio interference. Once the presentation has concluded, we will open the meeting for questions from the audience. On tonight's agenda, we will introduce the project team. I will discuss the process of reviewing a short plat. Then the applicant will go over the general site information and the details of the project. We will conclude with a question and answer session. So let's get started with introductions. Again, my name is Elise Keim, planner for the City of Redmond. I am part of a team of city staff reviewing this proposal for compliance with city codes. Would the applicant team please unmute and introduce themselves?
Hi, my name is Jeff Morgan. I am with David Evans and Associates, and we are representing the applicant, Murray Franklin. With me tonight, he'll introduce himself as Todd Leavitt.
Yes, this is Todd Leavitt with Murray Franklin Homes, LLC, and yes, I am the applicant.
Thank you very much. Okay, so first, let's go over the process for reviewing a short plat. A short plat application is the first step in the subdivision of property. The proposal is reviewed for compliance with land use, infrastructure, and environmental requirements, including things like lot size, sidewalk improvements, and tree preservation. Following short plat approval, there's a coordinated civil review, which focuses on infrastructure specifications, including utilities like sewer and water. Then comes the construction phase, where required infrastructure improvements are built. And finally, the final plat is recorded. The recording of the final plat is the mechanism that legally divides lots so they can be sold to different owners. Once the final plat is recorded, construction of homes can begin. Let's go into the short plat process first. The applicant submits their material, then a notice of application is sent out to neighbors asking for public comment. A neighborhood meeting invitation is sent out to ask for public comment again, which is why we're here tonight. During all of this, the application is going through review for compliance with city codes. If any staff have corrections, they are sent to the applicant to make revisions and resubmit for further review. After the public comment period closes and the applicants have addressed all corrections from staff, the technical committee, made up of the planning and public works directors, issue a decision to either approve with conditions, or deny the application. This decision is based on the application's compliance with city codes. Once the technical committee issues a decision, parties of record are notified and given 14 days to file an appeal, which is heard by the hearing examiner. That's just a brief summary of the short plat process. I'll now turn it over to the applicant team to discuss the project.
All right, Thank you, Elise. As Elise pointed out, we are in the North Redmond neighborhood of the city of Redmond. The property is zoned R4 and is at 1.0 acres in size. It is currently undeveloped, but it does have a single family residence on there that will be removed as a part of this project. Next slide, please. I'm just going to go through some of the project details, stick to the high points of the project, and describe the plat map that you are looking at on the left side of the screen under project details. The property is on the north side, or the northeast 122nd Street. And it's important to note that this project was previously approved under the name of Mifune Ridge, but it was never completed. The previous applicant received preliminary approval, constructed most, if not all, of the improvements, and then did not take it to the next step of final plat approval. This project is essentially starting over with that process, and that's why we're here today to discuss it. It is 4 residential lots as noted on the plat map. The drainage system consists of curb gutters and catch basins, which is typical of a residential subdivision. Those intercept the stormwater runoff and then direct it to stormwater vault. As noted previously, the project had received review and construction approval, and the following improvements were completed. Frontage improvements along Northeast 122nd, a 6-foot wide access path across the northern portion of the property, the access roadway, landscaping, storm drainage improvements, sewer main water service improvements, and dry utilities. Kind of to add on to that project details page that doesn't come through, the lot sizes will range in size from 8,468 square feet to 11,678 square feet. Important to point out that the habitat assessment that was prepared for the project, geotechnical report also prepared, an arborist report, excuse me, and the storm drainage reports, all of which are contained in the City of Redmond short plat file, indicate that there are no critical areas on the site, which would include geologically hazardous areas and or fish and wildlife habitats, and no wetlands either. The plan is that the 20% open space requirement will be completed on a lot by lot basis. I think the next item I want to talk about, Elise, is on the next page.
Okay.
Yes. This is the tree matrix calculations, which can be found on the face of the short plat application and or within the arborist report. And to cut to the chase, there are 12 significant trees on the property, one of which was deemed non-viable, and per city code, non-viable significant trees don't count for the calculations. The applicant intends to remove 5 trees. One of those is the non-viable tree, so it would be a total of 4 removed, which would leave 7 significant trees to remain. And the intention is to provide 4 trees to replace the 4 significant trees that were removed. And that is the tree matrix calculations that you see on your screen right now, along with the replacement trees and the 35% tree retention. I think the next slide. Yes, this slide just shows the trees that will be retained. It would be a lot easier if you want to see those trees that would be retained, to actually look at the short plat map itself. And those can be found by looking at the tree tag number 282 through 287 plus tree tag number 289. And that 289 is, oh no, that is not a significant tree, but it is a tree that has been counted nonetheless. I believe that is the last page that I have, or that we have. This is provides the applicant's contact information, as well as the city contact information that Elise mentioned at the beginning of this presentation.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.
I'm looking at the participants and seeing if there's anyone popping into the waiting room. And it appears that we don't have any meeting participants at this time who are not either city staff or applicants. So this meeting is therefore closed. Public comment related to this neighborhood meeting will be accepted until December 14th, 2020. If you wish to provide comments about this project, but were unable to attend the virtual meeting, please reach out to me, Elise Keim, by telephone at 425-556-2480 or by email at ekeim@redmond.gov. Thank you.